I mulched this summer. I got 8 yards of mulch and mulched everything down here in the back. And so I have my asparagus, more asparagus there mulched on the side of the house. And then down here my peonies, I'm going to split my peonies. And then there's my little garden. I made it little this year, smaller. And so what I have left here now is getting cold. I did plant flowers in here, along here, and these are perennials, except for the petunias, but a lot of perennials here, so that I don't have to plant them again. But the New Zealand spinach, you can see this is New Zealand spinach right here. See, this is New Zealand spinach. It is all over the place. It spread itself. It planted itself. It seeded itself over. I did not plant any of this. This is just the seeds from last year. All this New Zealand spinach. And it is delicious. And then, of course, I did not plant any cilantro, but it seeded itself over. And now here's the ends of the cilantro. It's gone to seed. And this is called coriander seed, because cilantro is actually another word for coriander leaves. So there's the coriander seeds. Now you can use these in cooking. I'm going to come out and confiscate a bunch of these. Or if I leave them there, they'll have cilantro plants next year. Again. But there's my coriander seeds, which I will save and package for the wintertime cooking. I have one yellow squash plant. It's doing pretty good. There's some more of that spinach, New Zealand spinach. And I have one cucumber plant. And I got the seeds online. And they're the seeds, these are the cucumbers that are the thin Asian cucumbers. They're thin and small, and you eat the skins also. Of course, there's more coriander there. I have one green squash plant there. And over here I have green beans. Well, one tomato plant there in a pot. And green beans. Green beans. Had good green beans. Having a lot of green beans. Still have a lot of green beans. I planted them in the window boxes about a week apart. So I had beans all summer. And here's my latest batch of beans. Right here, the yellow beans. Right here, I gotta pick them. But there's the yellow beans in pots. So much easier here on these sawhorses. I don't have to bend over. I don't have to worry about critters. I don't have to weed. And there's more beans in there. I think there's the next batch of beans coming, if we don't get a frost. There's one more batch of beans there too. See, the flower's still on them. Okay. And let's see. There's more beans over here. Planted another bunch of beans here. Raspberries. I got on my hands and knees and cleaned out all these raspberries. All the weeds and everything underneath all the raspberries. So we're going to be getting a second batch of raspberries. Because these are ever-bearing raspberries. And I should be getting a batch of these berries in about, if we don't get a frost, in about a month. Okay. Swiss chard. I grew Swiss chard in cinder blocks. Cinder blocks. Why Swiss chard and cinder blocks? Because cinder blocks are made out of lime. And the Swiss chard loves the lime. So I've got to pick Swiss chard, but there's delicious Swiss chard. I don't put any chemicals, nothing in them, so no spray or anything. So they're just all clean, healthy. My one tomato plant over here that I put in, my cherry tomato plant. Some tomatoes are on it, yes. We had such a short growing season because the whole month of June was wet. And so we had July and August, and that's all we've had. Because now September is so cold. And my squash plant. Another squash plant here. And then a tomato plant. My leftover tomatoes, I threw them in a window box here. Okay.